Hello YouTube's Treyguard the 5th here. Welcome back to Game Dev Tycoon. Now, in the last episode, we actually made one of our worst games ever. It's not our worst reviewed game. Let's see if I can find it. That one goes to Tennessee Ranger here, the Wild West adventure game on the PC. Gunpoint Negotiations was reviewed better, but it didn't make anywhere near as much of a profit. Okay, so now let's see. Got 3 million at the moment. Just gonna risk it. Just gonna risk it and hire somebody new to help us out with the next game. And let's pre-filter complex algorithms, because we're going to want somebody with a lot of technical know-how. I'm willing to spend a fair bit as well. Let's see who we get. Melissa Ruiz. Nice technology score. 8k per month, 10k per month. Not the fastest worker, but good at researching. Max Holmes. 17k per month. I mean, the technology score is impressive, but seems a little bit steep to me. Well, let's hire Melissa then. Welcome to the team, Melissa. Now, I'm not sure how long it's going to be until everybody's efficiency is back on top form. Oh, hi again, I've heard that you've been very successful in the gaming business and are starting to grow your team. I've updated our client list, so if you're looking for some contract work, let me know. Medium-sized contracts have been unlocked. Okay, actually that'd be a good idea. Let's do a contract. Let's do a play test. We'll have to get, in order for these contracts to work, we need to hit these scores within the time allotted. So here we're going to need 9 design points and 12 technology points. We've got 3 weeks to do it. If we succeed, we get 22k. If we fail, we lose 8k as a penalty. I reckon we'll be able to handle it, and it should help the team warm up. Oh, nearly there. There we go. Job done. We'll hire again. We will transfer 22k to your account. Jason here. I just got word from the client the contract was completed successfully. Excellent work. Usually I have new contracts every 6 months, so check back sometime. Okay. Melissa's not quite at top efficiency yet. Next game, want to make sure the team is, really on the ball. Not sure if could we pull that one off? It's a bit of a gamble, but let's go for it. Programming a vacuum robot. We're making Roombas in our spare time. Nailed it. That's another 43k in the account. Okay, vacation time for Cherie. And by the time she comes back, we should be ready for our next game. Here we go. Aimed at young audiences using the Idiom 2 engine on the PC. A casual vocabulary game, I think. Wordsmith. If you watched the previous episode, you probably would have saw this coming. Next. Let's see. And let's use the best 2D graphics we've got. Boss, it seems that quite a few players use illegal copies of Gunpoint Negotiations. I managed to identify some of them. We could either sue them to defend our copyright or send them warnings to ask them to stop. What do you want to do? Okay, first off, why would they pirate Gunpoint Negotiations? I mean, it did actually do very well. It wasn't a good game. Are they really that desperate to play Gunpoint Negotiations that they'd actually, you know, pirate it? Ah, well, they're not doing any... Well, I suppose... I mean, if it was a more successful game of ours, they'd probably be doing at least a little bit of harm. But, we'll just warn them for now. I mean, it's Gunpoint Negotiations, it's not worth suing them over. Right, now back to Wordsmith. Plenty of gameplay, don't need any story and quests. Except for what little those features on the right require. Let's skimp on the engine. Don't need artificial intelligence for this one. Just plenty of level design. Beep Boop Games has recently sent warnings to several players using illegal copies of their game Gunpoint Negotiations. Piracy is an increasingly big problem in the industry. Some companies invest a lot of money and effort to fight piracy, while others argue that it's better to take a more relaxed approach and invest in better games instead. We have gained 385 fans. Wonder how they're going to feel about, you know, an edutainment vocabulary game aimed at kids. We'll just leave those as they are, I think. Hi, this is Andrew McNara from Game Informant. I got word that Beep Boop Games is working on a new game. Would you be willing to share some information on your current game project and do an interview about it? Andrew McNara, many of our readers are curious about what decisions go into making a video game and how companies prioritise development areas. Your new game is a vocabulary casual game. Can you tell us whether such a game would usually receive more focus on artificial intelligence or on level design? Huh. I honestly don't know. Dear Beep Boop Games, we followed your progress in recent years and would like to extend this formal invitation to participate in the biggest game convention on the planet, Games, also known as G3. That brings back memories, doesn't it? Do you remember when E3 used to be a thing? By having your own company booth at G3, you can gain a lot of fans and hype for your games, and we think our audience would love to see you there. We will contact you yearly with booth options. Hope to see you at G3, the G3 committee. In a recent interview with Bepeo Bop Games, it's Beep Boop Games, not Bepeo Bop, we discussed the upcoming vocabulary casual game. I asked company founder Trainguard V how different development areas are prioritised. In the interview, Trainguard V said they are still experimenting what areas of particular importance for such a game, but it seems that other industry professionals disagree with that point of view, saying that level design is usually more important for this type of game. Okay, let's finish off Wordsmith then. Oh, it shipped with a bug in it. Hopefully that doesn't impact the final score too bad. Due to an increase in experience, the following staff have earned a raise. Shri Ray Garner has got a raise of 13k, so now costs 33k I think it was a month. New usage available, multiplayer. Let's generate that game report. Research, multiplayer. First reviews are in. I can imagine Wordsmith being a game where you're literally smithing words by throwing letters into a forge and hammering them out on an anvil to turn them into words. Be good for teaching the kids, you know, spelling and the like. Let's give Melissa a bit of training. Let's see. There we go. Well, Wordsmith's doing okay. The current market trend currently works against it a little though. At the moment, the current trend is mature games, you know, aimed at mature audiences. And Wordsmith's aimed at younger audiences, so yeah, kind of going against the grain a little bit here. Vocabulary and casual is a great combination. Artificial intelligence is not at all important. The platform genre match is terrible. The platform audience match is okay. Okay then. At least you're losing fans to this though. Okay, so it'd probably be a good idea to just jump into another game. Ooh. Okay, we're going to be flying a little bit close to the sun here, but we're going to be participating in G3 with a small booth. This is a small pop-up stand where we can show marketing material. It isn't very impressive, but a common setup at the G3. Cost is 80k to do it. The other options are medium booth, large booth. But let's just, you know, pick the cheapest option for now. Right, now, if I wanted to create a new engine, yeah, it's not really worth it at the moment. Don't really have enough to cram in there yet. So let's just get a new game going. Just pump one out quickly while the... Actually, wait. Maybe we can find a publishing deal. I mean, these small games are not going to cut it forever. Using a publisher is a great way to get your games in front of a large audience, which in turn helps to grow your fan base. Once your fan base is big enough, you can self-publish your larger games without the need for a publisher. For medium games, you should aim to have at least 100,000 fans before you publish them yourself. We're nowhere near that at the moment, so to use a publisher you need to sign a contract. The contract will dictate what game you need to create. Pay attention to all the details. Most importantly, the minimum score that the contract dictates. If the game you release does not meet the minimum score, you will have to pay a penalty, which can be costly. It is also important to pay attention to the royalty rate. The higher the rate, the more money you will make from the contract. Let's see what we've got to work with here. Zombies on the game link, probably a bad idea. Assassin simulation on the Vienna Oasis. For Ubisoft. It's a hefty penalty, but minimum score is 7, we might be able to pull that off. That might actually work if we target mature audiences. It's risky. Very risky. Right, let's see, let's call it Hitman's Dogma. That should be interesting. Let's give it 3D graphics. Now there's 3 of us working on the game as well. Creating larger games is a significant task, and unlike in small games, one person cannot effectively be responsible for every aspect of a game. To create a good game to make best use of your team, you'll have to assign which of your team is responsible for which areas. Pick team members whose skills match the area to get the best result. When you assign a team member responsibilities, you will see their workload. Try not to overload them too much. Okay. Engine's going to be quite important here. Get that right. Should work. Let's see. Engine. Now, I've got the best design and tech scores across the entire team at the moment. But you know, I'm only one guy. So I need to make sure I divvy out the workload efficiently. Whether or not I'll actually succeed in doing that remains to be seen, but I'll give it my best shot. Right, let's see. So we're going to want to keep Melissa back for one of the next ones, I think. I'll handle the engine. Right. Cherie, you take the gameplay. Melissa, storing quests. Where's my salad off the market? It generated over 304 grand in sales. It's alright. Oh, Hitman's Dogma is going to G3. This could help. Ooh. 47,209 visitors to our G3 booth. That's how many people have seen Hitman's Dogma. And the hype, as they say, is real. Got 16 hype there. Oh, I'll read that bit of news in a sec. Let's see, simulation. We want loads of AI. AI is most important here. Do want a bit of level design though. Okay, here's where Melissa comes in. Right. I'll handle the level design. Cherie, take on the dialogues. We had 47,209 people visiting our booth this year. We didn't make it in the top 100 booths this year. Once we gain more fans, I'm sure we will. The hype is building. So, as you might know from real life, managing hype is important. The more hype you get, the greater the expectations people have of your game. If you have a lot of hype, and your game lives up to that hype, then it's going to do even better than it would have done before. But if you have a lot of hype, and it doesn't make the cut, if it doesn't hit that mark, if it isn't as good as people think it is, then that could work against the game. Today, Vonnie has announced their very own console called the Play System. Apparently, the company has completely reworked their earlier Play System prototype after Nintendo cancelled the project. The new Play System comes with a CD-ROM drive and 32-bit processors, and is wholly owned by Vonnie. Industry professionals say this might be the beginning of a new generation of consoles. Nintendo declined to comment. The Play System will enter the market in 2 months. Now we've researched sequels. That means we can make sequels to all, well, to our best games at least. Let's see. Not sure if world design is important for simulation. I wouldn't think so. Okay, so... Right. Melissa on world design. Cherie on graphics. I'll handle the sound and overwork myself slightly. There we go. The boss is taking one for the team. Let's iron out those bugs. Now the Play System's been released. Let's release Hitman's Dogma. Here we go. I hope this meets Ubisoft's specifications. Now we can research character progression and better AI as well. Right, here's the verdict. 7, good. 7, also good. 7, we're on track here. 6, oh, that doesn't, oh. Hope it's okay. Ubisoft. The game meets the required ratings. Phew! We are looking forward to future business. Huh. Whew. Got just a little bit dicey there, didn't it? Right, top priority. I would say let's research better 2D graphics. Get that game port generated. Seems like the market has normalised again with no particular strong trends at the moment, so we released Hitman's Dogma just in the nick of time. Let's get researching. We can now make sequels. Assassin and simulation's an okay combination. Sound is quite important. Level design is also quite important. Ah, now I didn't really put any focus on level design now, did I? Let's see. Let's research the military topic as well. Hitman's Dogma is going to be coming off the market soon, I reckon. Maybe now might be a good time to develop a sequel to one of our previous games. Using the Idiom 2 engine, it should be, you know, a major step forward. Dungeons and Flagons could be a good one. Dungeons and Flagons 2. Gears are turning a bit. Orcs on them run out of space. Orc Storm. Had to really scrape for that one. Let's see. It's an action game, fantasy action game. Which of these does action work well on the most? Let's release it on the Play system. Using the Idiom 2 engine. Using 3D graphics. the bare minimum storing quests. It's mostly just gameplay and engine. And now that we've made a few more games, we've got all these hints at the bottom now to work with. We've even been generating some hype. Probably just due to the fact that we're making a sequel. Oh, another proposition here. This is a very special offer. Some research information, 22k. Okay. This time we'll do the transaction. We've successfully researched UFO. Hitman's Doctor did well. Now let's see. Dungeons and Flagons. Ooh. Whew. Nearly shipped with a bug. Dungeons and Flagons 2 Orc Storm. Fans ought to like this one, hopefully. Melissa's just got a raise. And we can now research stereo sound. Let's have Century on vacation. Looking good. Oh, got a 10. Been a while since we've seen one of those. That turned out well. I like what I see. Actually, no, I'm going to save my research points for now. Because we need more stuff for the next engine. Beep Boop Games has recently released a sequel to their game Dungeons and Flagons. The newest game in the series, titled Dungeons and Flagons 2 Orc Storm, was met with great responses. Okay. Storing quests is not at all important. The topic audience match was great. It's good. Latest game by Big Boop Games has received very positive reviews overall. Informed Gamer gave it a 10, saying truly great. If Beep Boop Games continues to innovate like this, they might become a new fan favourite. Let's see. I reckon we got time for one more game, don't we? Let's make this another publishing deal. Let's get started while Dungeons and Flagons 2 is still selling. Let's just do a strategy game. On the PC. Get to pick the topic. We've just researched military, haven't we? Let's make it a mature one. Using the Idiom 2 engine. And call it Warzone. Simple, catchy, to the point. I didn't even need to think hard about that one. Not for very long, only a couple of seconds. Let's use 2D graphics, version 2 for this one. Hopefully the research from this can help us research better 2D graphics. Don't think we need much in the way of engine. Okay, so since the gameplay is super important, I'll take care of the gameplay. Right, Sheree, you handle the story and quests, Melissa the engine. Arena Gear is going to be taken off the market soon. Dungeons and Flagons 2 is now off the market. We can market games, can't we? I unlocked marketing at some point early, didn't I? So, let's stick Cherie on level design, Melissa on AI. I'll handle the dialogues. Marketing. Marketing can be very effective to reach more potential customers, but can be very expensive too. It's best to experiment carefully with marketing. Marketing to get a feel for what works best. Don't invest too much, and remember that timing is important. Don't invest in your marketing efforts too early in development or too late. It's also important to know that no matter how much money you pump into marketing, it will not make a bad game successful. To the contrary, it can even hurt to market bad games too much, as it can upset your existing fans. It's probably a little early. Let's wait until that meter reaches the halfway point. That'd be a good time to do it. Let's participate in G3. Now market. Advertise in magazines. Advertising game magazines to get the game well known before it hits the shelves. Going all in on Warzone here. I think world design is going to be pretty important here. Sound and graphics, not so much. I handle the world design. Cherie, the sound. Melissa, the graphics. She'll probably need a vacation after this. Warzone's at G3 now. Let's see how it fares. It's doing better than our previous game did. Had 57,324 people visiting our booth this year. It did better than Hitman's Dogma at G3. Okay, this game really has to live up to the hype now. New technology record. Let's release it. Branching story, day and night cycle, all able to be researched now. Oh, it's looking like a corker. They achieved a great balance between technology and design. Military and strategy is a great combination. Nice experience. Good game. Now, going to pump all of these research points into our next engine. Got 91 research points to work with. So, character progression. Stereo sound. And Rockville Softworks is satisfied with their, the results. And the Arena Gear is now off the market. Day and night cycle. Military and strategy is a great combination. Dialogue's not important for strategy games, apparently. Right, I don't really need training, but it would help to, give everybody else a bit of training. Let's see. Cherie. Now Cherie's got a balanced approach to game design, so let's up her design points. She's an all-rounder. Whereas Melissa here is the technology specialist. So let's go all in on technology points for her. We're actually making a bit of cash now, actually. We actually had 4 million just for a moment there. Right, now let's send Melissa on vacation. We can make our next engine. We've had a lot of little incremental upgrades here and there. But now it's time for a big leap forward. Warzone generated over nearly 2.4 million in sales. It's impressive. 2D graphics version 3. Multiplayer. Character progression. Day and night cycle. Stereo sound. Let's give this a new name. Geronimo, I think. Should I call that? Geronimo? I probably even misspelled that. Geronimo? Yeah. Why? Because we're just jumping right into it. Jumping into the future, head first. No more little incremental upgrades. This is a notable upgrade here. This very special offer, agents have recently managed to gain access to some critical systems of one of your competitors. If you want to play war games and transfer 86k to the enclosed location, will initiate sabotage. Shall I sabotage? Sabotage. Sabotage. Thank you for your business. There goes 86k in administrative expenses. If I fill another position, it might not be able to sustain the company. New engine's nearly done. In a statement, the game development company Rockville Softworks has said they've been the victim of industrial sabotage. Unfortunately, development on their current project has been severely affected. Police are investigating. We just worked for Rockville Softworks. It's a little bit awkward. Your new game engine, Geronimo, is now complete. Let's research more topics. Hunting. Hospital. And cyberpunk. There we go. I'm actually going to call it there for this episode now. So, we've got a shiny new Geronimo engine. We actually managed to hit 4 million in cash, just a little bit. We're going to go start cranking out these publishing deals so we can build up a fan base and start self-publishing medium games. And hopefully the police don't follow through on that industrial espionage business. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.